So I wanted to take the time to kind of talk about the intersectionality between multitasking and project management, right? So I think when people hear the term, oh, I'm multitasking, I'm a multitasker, they think it's about the fact that you have a lot of things on your plate, a lot of things to get done, and you're going back and forth between the different things to get them done. I think multitasking, or at least effective multitasking, is the ability to take all those things that need to get done, look at all those tasks, and then prioritize them in a way in which you get them done based off of the value, the need, the importance of that task. And then you allocate the necessary time and resources, like maybe the finances needed to get that done or the people needed to get that done, so it can get done. And now you've completed the multiple tasks, the multitask, right? And I bring this up because I've been working with my assistant since like December. And one of the things that I realized is that we're doing a lot, like we're getting a lot done, which is great. However, I'm realizing we're also not getting a lot done. And one of the reasons why, after I had a conversation with her to kind of get in the weeds and find out, like, what is your workflow? How are you working? Like, when you see this task assigned to you, what's the first thing that you're doing? How are you prioritizing and adjusting in order to complete that task? And this, by the way, is called like identifying, whatever impediments that your team may be having in order so you can remove those blockers so they can push forward, right? So you're pretty much trying to find out what's blocking you from actually getting this done. Sometimes it's an external factor that's blocking someone from getting things done, and sometimes it's the person themselves that's blocking them from getting things done. And so in the conversations with her, I was realizing that, like, we're doing a lot and we're not doing a lot at the same time. What's really going on? And I'm noticing this same thing in my nonprofit program development team, right? There's so many different tasks I need to get done, but it's not getting done. And I just finished, well, not finished, let me not lie, I almost finished, hold on. I literally have about maybe, I don't know, let me see, I'm on page, y'all know that I've been reading Scrum, The Art of Doing Twice the Work in Half the Time. And I'm on page 197, and I want to say I got to go to page 231. That's not that many pages. That's really not that many pages. But I was able to knock out all this because I was on a flight. And so I haven't been flying. And now I really don't have, that was like the only downtime I had to read. So I need to find some downtime just to finish this. Y'all, I can finish this in a little second. I just got to find a second. But anyways, in this book, it talks about Scrum. It talks about all the different processes and phases and things that they do in Scrum. And one of the things they do is sprints, right? And I mentioned this in the video before, where sprints are pretty much an allocated amount of time to get or to develop a minimum valuable product. So for instance, let's say I was building this watch, right? So the Scrum team, we need to build this Apple Watch, right? Or any type of watch, we need to build it. And we say, as a team, focus, we as a team, but also the product owner, they are prioritizing what needs to get done in the sprint to at least have a minimum viable product, meaning maybe we don't have all those apps on it and all it does is tell time in sprint 1. The goal is to always have something that is work wittable, right? So, and we as a team, we talk and we say, in order for us to get all the parts, the minimum basic parts, and to put things in place, we're going to need to do a 2-week sprint or a 4-week sprint, right? And at the end of that 2 weeks or at the end of that 4 weeks, we will have a minimum viable product. We will have something that's work wittable, right? And we don't know if we're going to get it done in 2 weeks, but that's kind of the time we gave ourselves. and we're, heads down focused on the essential things that need to be done so we can have a product that is functional, right? And so when we get to the end of that sprint, we see what we have, we test what we have, we can get feedback on what we have in order to go into another sprint, and maybe this next sprint we'll be able to finish out everything, or we're just going to evolve even more and, go through that process. Now, when I take this back to my program development team, and I take this back to my assistant, I'm like, we have these things, but they're not getting done. And so I want to restructure how we do this. I want to look at all the tasks that we have. I want to reprioritize them. And I want to put them in place based on value and impact and importance and the resources needed in order for us to get it done, because it looks like you guys are doing the regular version of, or the common version of multitasking, which is jumping from here to here to here, but you don't have anything finished, versus creating some valuable products, valuable products. Or is it valuable? Hold on, let me see. I know in the index, they got the word in here. Hold on. Yes, minimum viable product. Okay, so I need y'all to give me something to work with, because we're not getting things done. So we decided to run 1 week sprints to knock out tasks, right? And y'all, so the way that we did it, my program team has a total of 3 of us. There is about maybe 100 tasks that need to get done. Like when we break them down, and in the world of Scrum, you have like an epic, and then you have like a story, and then you have features. So pretty much is you kind of breaking down the things that need to get done. I'm not going to go into that because that's a whole nother like ball game, right? So we prioritize the things that need to get done. And then what we did was, we as a team each kind of just make sure we understood what needed to get done. And we each picked 3 things to do, and within a week, within the first sprint. And it's like, at the end of the week, at the end of the sprint, if we did everything that we needed to do, we're going to have at least 9 minimum viable products. Y'all, we had 9 minimum viable products, which is wild because they were having tasks to complete, and in a week, we wasn't even getting 9 things completed. So the fact that we switched to operating in a sprint to get these things done in order to effectively multitask, I'm just like, wow. And so at that meeting, we kind of flushed out the things that still needed to go into another sprint, or what new things we're going to add to the next sprint. And we got 3 items. And this Wednesday, we're going to come back again to kind of discuss what we ended up doing and what minimum viable products we actually have. So to bring this back full circle, I say all that to say we all have multiple tasks that we are assigned in this life, okay? You got your work task, you have your school task, you have social life task, you have your family task. You have all different types of tasks that you are multitasking. And I think we've gotten accustomed to just mixing around the different tasks and not even having something work wittable. And if we kind of change our framework or our mindset and how we look at it, we'll actually be able to execute them if we look at it from a different lens. And I feel like project management is something that we do in our everyday life. You don't even realize it. And when you can understand it at the basic, at the bottom level like that, then you can actually explore careers in that space. Then you can actually get the resources and tools you need just to better project manage your life, okay? Or life manage your life. And I just wanted to kind of share that. I want to hear what y'all got to say about that. What are y'all thoughts on multitasking, project management? For those that even do project management for work, how do y'all see the multitasking happens? But I just wanted to share that.